Good evening, ladies and gents. Oh my god. Right, I don't know what's going off. There's a particular range my voice keeps trying to hit, and it ain't hitting it. I don't know what's happening. Not been shouting at anybody, not been bawling at anybody, but seemingly it's a little bit distressed. So if it keeps going off it a bit, please forgive me. But I hope you've all had a cracking day and a cracking weekend, refreshed, ready for the week ahead. And yeah, I can't wait. Just bear with me a minute because I'm not sure. I just thought I'd done something wrong on my setup then. Let's have a look. It's one of those horrible feelings. No, we're all good. We are all good. There we go. Yeah, I hope you've all had a cracking weekend. Weather's been decent, not too hot. Been nice, and my Tamasaba shipment is settling in an absolute treat. I'm very excited for that. Although just short of 1,500 of them across various different types, I think it's fair to say I went a bit mad. But there we go. It's going to be exciting with them because, like I say, different types. One of the new varieties that Okada-san's working on, and then the different array of variations, new bloodline, new Tamasaba bloodline from NND, first year. The usual sumo line, got some of the oh crikey, I forget what we call them now. Kuwaris, the Kuwari Tamasabas, the whole works. So yes, very happy to see them in. And just last week, overall, it was a very, very good week. I'm super happy with what we got done. A lot of training, a lot of work gone in to getting the whole thing, the guys trained up to build some momentum into what we're doing. And I actually think, like I say, it was a cracking week by the end of it. I actually think this week is going to be the first one. I know it seems a bit wild. The first one where we've got constant drops for a full week on the platform. And there's a lot gone into getting that to the point basically where we was at on WhatsApp almost, which seems mad. And I have said it a couple of times now with the whole process, sort of like post sale on WhatsApp was a nightmare for us, for you guys, for everything. We made that a million times slicker, faster, and more efficient, but it did make the other side of it more difficult because as we've hit stumbles, we've had to keep building it out and going along. Then we didn't have enough people, and we go on. So we're there, and we got a lot of stuff photographed. It's going to be fixed price stuff that actually dropped a really lovely Nagami show we're on. Forgot to post it, and somebody snapped it up. It was one of my top ones. So yeah, across all of them. And then coming on, so we're going to drop to the pond side sales. We're going to drop in over a couple of sessions, Tuesday during the daytime, and then Thursday in the early evening as well. Various different things. They might be drops. They might be the pond size with the individual stuff as we've done. It'll be, both across the week. So really would stay tuned to the site over this coming week because there'll be a lot more just going on than there has been. And hopefully from here, we can just keep building it up. And then have I actually forgot? I have literally gone and forgot. It's the fucking World Cup final, isn't it? It's never on. Is it on now? Alfred told me. Oh, no, it is 8 o'clock. There we go. We'll see how we might be done. I have got some of the sprint auctions lined up. 4 of them at 750. They'll just drop. They're the ones with no auto bidding and no. Oh, fucking hell, I forgot. No anti-snipe. There we go. Neither of those two. And they're on for 5 minutes, £10 start bids, £1 increments. Go for it. So 750 for those ones. And then if you are watching over on YouTube, wondering what all this is about, the best place to actually join this in join this is over on my platform where we've got the auction running at the moment. You can register. Fuck it, I always do it wrong. I'm going to do both. Using the QR code, whichever side it's on. That'll jump you straight in. And over on there, we've actually created a whole experience where we've got the community live chat. We've also got you can watch the live stream, watch along or listen along, and see all the epic auctions that are going on at the same time. And we have got a really cool spread tonight and some great value as it stands, which we love. Now, these Ozumi fish, I am loving every moment of. The weird and wonderful stuff, it's a fine line with it. Some of it goes a bit too far for me. I think you've probably gathered in all I do. I like some substance behind it. And Ikarashi, just in general, is substance. He is a master of this stuff, very much like Aoki and Kase. And a lot of the varieties he has are stunning now. We did the big release with the grow on fish. They're all doing very, very well. This particular batch that I had, once I'd done the grow on fish and had everything left, these are what I separated out further. Just didn't quite have the pond space numbers wise, but would have been good enough to make the grade and go in. So I've listed them. They got on photograph last week, and there's some really cool fish. We'll take a look in a moment because about 8 minutes time, the very first of those will be drawing to a close. And tonight's lots do have anti-snipe on there. And there is auto bidding if you want to just go and stick yourself a max bid on. When it's all done, the platform is built for you to, your fish will automatically be added to your online digital collection. And then shipping is all on you from there. There's a whole shipping module for you just to go on and ship any fish that you've currently got available to move at the date and time that is convenient for you. And it's all the payments are handled on there. There's the full array of payment options when you go through. It's pretty breezy. I don't know anyone who's been caught out by it yet. So all very good stuff. What have we got here? Good afternoon from the USA. Enjoy watching your videos. You give so much more information than someone just trying to sell me koi. I really appreciate the videos, both the good and the bad of koi keeping. Much appreciated. Thank you very much. Yeah, so following on from question time as well, I've still not none the wiser exactly why we're going to merge all this together at some point. I'm happy as this goes along. If anyone's got any koi related questions they'd like to fire into the chat on the platform or on YouTube, if you're over on there, let's go for it. What's Marie saying? Loving watching how our big Taniguchi Kiyosagi's colour is really popping this year. Amazing. Looks like the Saki colour is doing some good. Yes, that is phenomenal stuff. And on that note, actually, you've teed that up an absolute treat for me. I've just dropped a new video on the channel earlier as well. It's actually part 3 of the Sakai Kohaku Grow Out series. Really, really nice. And there's a quick look in there for all you guys who bought those in my auction, have them growing on, although it's not the focus of the video. The focus is actually the colour food aspect of it, because it wasn't until after that auction, when the big selection had been done on that pond, they got introduced to colour food for the very first time. And the difference in that Benny over about 4 weeks was just remarkable. It was absolutely madness. And a great example, so we managed to capture some footage because we had it from before. There's a little comparison in there, and by the end of it, I mean, we're going to have some crazy material to compare, which is class. But for now, feel free to watch the video. Lots of great information in there for you, and hopefully just a very nice watch. Luke is doing an amazing job on the edit. You'll see we're throwing them together a bit differently to what we have done in the past. So yeah, please, when we're done, focus all your attention right now here. That's the most important bit. But like I say, if there's any koi related questions you'd like to fire in, I'm happy to have a chat. But for now, let's have a quick look through the listings and see what's Well, I'd say they're all standing out. Benny Kajaki was obviously standing out. There's a decent, healthy bid on that one already. He's doing a great job with these. Is Mr. Ozumi. The one for me at the minute is this Ginrin Konoko Asagi. I think that could be. I'm just looking at how it's all laying out, what it's doing, the qualities it's got. I think that's going to be a really, really fun fish to watch. The Yellow Gingas, again, also known as Kinryu. I'm being reluctant to use that name because it's just one of these that's been kind of thrown around at the minute and nothing really particularly stable or knowing if it's a stable production. But the origin of those is the Yellow Ginga. So that's why I'm going with that one. Something very different here in the Ginrin Sakura Ogun. Of Kajaku origins, but don't develop the Mitsubamon. Really nice, bright, clean Ginrin on that and great shine. Benikamonryu, always a winner, great fun to watch, and Azumi produces a great example. Now, Goshki here, one of two, remarkable, very exciting potential in that. These get the proper Kuro base to them. Now, look at the quality of that Benny. It's really nice and clean and how it's sat. Imagine that base color cranked up to 10 with the Sumi and how that will just pop. I think that's sat massively undervalued as it stands. One of the signature productions of the farm, Benny Kikukuryu, not a single bid on that at the moment. So could be stolen away there for sure. Chiba, look at that. And I tell you not, you have to watch the chat on that one, the video. It's a monster of a bone structure, huge head on it, great pattern. I think that as you can just see what it's going to do growth wise and on from there. An amazing coloration, really nice to see that rich intense color. Budo Goromo from Azumi is doing a bit with Goromo. We've not had many of these, very popular at the moment, and a very nice clean example. Massive hooter on it. Benny Kajaku, absolutely wild shine. Just look how shiny that is. Mitsubamon sat down, still quite a bit to do, but squeaky clean around here as well. Very attractive. Thought this would be a popular one. Ginrin Asagi from Azumi. Go into that and read the full appraisal of where I think on that's heading. Bit of a gamble, but strong structure. And I think it's going to be a joy to watch that progress no matter which way it goes. Then a bit of a Tancho Kajaku. Now, obviously not the best example, not prime. It's got amazing color and nice Mitsubamon. But as I always say, it's all relative to the price. With a £50 start bid, you ain't expecting a worldie. But as a reasonable priced example, I think that one offers a lot. Very, very different here with the Sakura Ogun. Crazy pattern. And it was tough, deciding what wanted to stay. For me, just the thing that held this back, being completely honest, and it's a very personal preference, really, is that if the colour had been in that fin, I would have given it the pond space. It was a fine line. But obviously, when I'm investing and adding a lot of cost to it, small things like that later in life become more prominent the higher the price gets. So I decided to let it go at this time. But I think it's a stunning example where banging shine. Another superb Achiba. You can see the Amime look, the net pattern in there looking superb. Very, very nice modern style Benny Kamonryu. Great balance. You can see the sort of flow potential for that Sumi there. And again, really broad head and wide mouth, which is great to see. One more of the Gingas / Kinryu. Another strong body, nice color. Benny Kajaku here with not a single bid on it yet as well could be stolen away. And once again, look, great color, amazing shine in them fins as well, offering a lot. And for me, what I think is the starfish, in my opinion, this Goshki is at a seriously good level. And it's very easy to see what direction it's heading. You can just see you tone that base color up, darken it, and how much more that Benny's going to pop. A really classic, well-balanced pattern and potentially a nice koi show fish for the future if raised well. So that is the full extent of all the fish for you there. Full mug back on full for you. There we go. Chris here is involved in the auction for the first time. Amazing. Thank you very much. He's on 2 fish. Good luck. Very good luck. I never know how it's going to go. So the anti-snipe, I think there has been a bit of a pattern evolving of people getting more involved at these latter stages and taking advantage of that anti-snipe functionality, which makes for a good watch, to say at the least. Right, let me just get back to the right page. Let me make sure I've got that live chat. Oh no, Ray's seen that Benny come on Rio again. Awesome stuff. You can never have too many of them, Ray, can you? And 80, only 4 more days to this awesome golden corn Kiyosaki rise. Yeah, what a fish, mate. That really is looking superb as well. And just one more reminder, there's quite a few more people in now. We have got the sprint auctions at 7:50, and that'll about take us through. I will, because it's going to be kickoff on the final, regardless of whether everything's finished. I am going to drop off. Quite keen to watch that one myself, and well, I'm all in on the Messi side of it now. I'm not going to lie, huge fan. And after we allowed him to embarrass us the other night, I'm getting my Messi shirt on, and I'm hoping he sets another new record. So there we go. Popular or unpopular opinion, who knows? And while I've been yapping as well, we've had one lot drop off already, I think, or has it moved around? No, it's dropped off. The first lot has gone. I've got no idea what it's gone for. Oh, there we go. There was a little bit of movement on that one. So that means we're now on the Kanoko Asagi 6750 bargain, I reckon, on that. And yes, it is. Got to say, loving it more than ever. I've got a bit too much of a taste for it again, to be honest. Especially while it's warm. Oh, can't beat it. And if you are new watching, this is Midori lemonade. Oh, it's a banger. Honestly, it was ripping through the koi job for a little while, and it's got quite a strong following. Not easy to get though. Amazon, there you go. If you like sweet sickly shit, that is the one. Mega bits coming up next week, or got a bit more movement now on that Kanoko Asagi, and I don't fault you. I think that's an exciting fish there in the making. Got all sorts going on there. The head pattern as well, it's very, very interesting. Still no bids on the Benny Kiko. Someone's going to steal that, I'm telling you. Bit more movement on the Achiba. Kinrin Asagi is going well. Yeah, looks like you're nice and busy across that one. It's not last week's, is it? Week before shipment, the Taniguchi one is all looking very well at the same time, which I'm glad to see. Can't wait to get stuck into them. They really are gonna mix the job up a little bit more. And if you don't follow me on TikTok as well, you're not a TikToker, get yourself over. Quite a nice little rant on there earlier. Seems to have gone down well. Just pond additives. It's the one. There's a couple of them riling me up again at the minute, and it's just the amount of. I think the bit that gets me in all this, it's not even just that there's a whole market out there. It's not just koi, is it? Everyone's trying to sell you something and convince you something's good for you, whether it's from fucking skincare to what you chuck in your pond. Who knows? Obviously, I look at it. I'm not involved in selling any products. I don't want to be. Because to my core beliefs, I use so little, and seeing more and more people having issues, fish-related issues, minor things a lot of the time. But you can see whenever you start asking questions, it opens up a thread, and the more stuff you chuck in the pond, the more opportunity there is for something to become an irritant. A lot of them are changing water chemistry, possibly unnecessarily, but they all cost big money. That's my gripe with a lot of this. Do you actually need it? What is the net end gain to any of this stuff? I'm seeing it more now than ever once again with fish foods. There was a swarm last year. There's another swarm this year. And then all of a sudden a load of people come out putting their face next to it like, hey, this is the next best thing. Please buy this. And no one's done a fucking ounce of testing. It really, really drives me crazy. And then you even see with some of it now, breeders coming out and putting little claims to it. I'm no, I don't want to be that person, but I should imagine there's a bit of money exchanged for such comments. Fucking madness, absolute madness. You're telling me a top breeder would just go out there and share any fucking secret they've got unless there was a financial gain in whatever they're saying? Not a chance. So yeah, I think the simplicity of koi keeping, is the bit I love, and use your money and use your pennies wisely. And you do that by investing in the right equipment and the right setup, as opposed to all this gimmicky stuff, if you like, that just drains your pockets. Really, really frustrating how much a lot of it costs. And yeah, it just drives me mad. It drives me mad seeing it. And just people, there might be products that come out that do stand the test of time, but everyone jumps on it too quick. And I know, social media, YouTube, all the rest of it, you say something, it's heard. There's somebody picks up on it somewhere, goes out, chucks the money on it, starts changing, using this stuff, convincing himself it's right, and then till the next thing comes along, and just with anything, myself with the mountain tree that I've been trying, and anything else, it needs time. I'm about 12 months into that. I'm becoming more and more convinced. I've said it, but I'm not at a point at the minute where I want to start telling everyone to go and spend their hard-earned cash on it. Not until I've seen a massive benefit. It took a lot for me to spend my hard-earned on it, and I really need. It's a business. I want to see, some massive benefit in my raising on that. So yeah. Anyway, we'll see where that goes. I should get a feeling, because I think I've been a bit too quiet with a lot of this stuff. I just kind of look at it these days and shake my head and let it slide by. But I don't think I could keep letting it slide anymore. So we'll see. And as Joe says here, look, focus on filtering and managing tap water than additives. Exactly. It's the thing they need. Get your water right. A big thing for me to go and invest your money in these days to add stability and control is that the heat pumps have proved themselves to be relatively cost effective, running wise as well. I mean, they're a game changer. So many people seeing it now, the control you can have over your pond and giving them more of a beneficial summer as well. We're not just talking heating for winter here. And then the food, because you do all that, you get decent environment. You hit them with real quality food, and you feed them well, feed them properly, everything becomes easier. And if your water's not absolutely loused with shit, which most is, and most isn't removed efficiently and effectively enough, you don't want any, going in and having any exposure to a lot of this stuff for any prolonged period of time. But it's all quite easily rectified. But again, all that stuff costs money, but you get that bit right, the rest just falls into place. It really does. I'm not oversimplifying that. When you've got a good setup, and if additives are at the point where you're having to use them in order to keep your pond or your water right or anything, it's just fundamentally putting out you've got a core issue within your actual system, or somewhere. Any problem that you're having can be rectified with a permanent solution. And that permanent solution will ultimately bring more stability as well, which is the most important thing for really, really successful koi keeping. So there we go. Enough on that one. I say enough. It ain't going to be the end of that one. But let's see what the auctions are doing. I say sprint auctions up at 750. We've got some cracking value on these tonight. That went for a snip. That did. I'm telling you. And that wowzers. So we're at 80 on the Benny Komonryu. Goshki is, I'll tell you, that's going low at minute at 80. And Benny Kikukuryu, still not a bid. I mean, you snap that up for 50 quid, you've absolutely robbed me. For sure. Chiba 126, 90 on the Goromo, 85 on the Kajaku. All very reasonable money down here. I did think that Ginrin Asagi would be very popular. Oh, we're back on one page now, aren't we? Of course we are. There we go. Now them lots of dropped off. And still the star, I think that's riding well below market value at 92.50. A superb Ikarashi Goshiki with pretty epic potential. There we go. What's everyone's thoughts on this final then? Are we Argentina, Spain? Do you just not care anymore? I think it could make for a. I am gonna say I'm struggling to see how Argentina aren't just suffocated by Spain the way they play, but this team, they've got some grit and they've got that man, and that man creates a whole different world of problems for a team, doesn't it? And yeah, last night was a bit mad, weren't it? The old third place match. I mean, Jesus Christ, probably the most entertaining game of the old World Cup. That one, madness, madness. I probably should. Let me see if I can ping this video over, and you can have a look at. I've not shown any of these yet. I've got enough that I will sell some, although it's going to be a reluctant one. Let me ping this over. We've got Spain to win overall. Argentina to win most fouls. Brilliant. What was that? On the subject of Midori, is anyone breeding Midori? Yes. I've actually got some. I've just not got round to getting them out yet from Marusaka. So they're going to be coming soon. What's that one there? I have a bottle of Midori here with your name on it, Ricky. Need to pick up the new quality. Well, that's just amazing. Thank you very much. Picking up Pavarotti. Oh, the Tenasanki on Tuesday. Plus a game in from the Chago event. Yes, Simon, looking amazing, mate. Oh, what's with the Messi hate? Hey, oh, I got to say that you're talking of fouls. I mean, the first when we played him, that first 10 minutes was just it was just a fight on it. Absolute madness. It was just a fight. We did well not to bite too hard on all the antics that were going on, especially Simeone. Jesus, that was crazy. So yeah, there we go. Benny Kamonryu's dropped off now. Ozumi Goshiki is the next one at still at 80 quid. I think that's crazy good value for that fish. It would be in fixed price. There's no way I'd be popping it on that. The last Goshki is getting some movement now, and that is a top fish, I'm telling you. Ricky, you've kept the Midori quiet. Yes, because they're a bit challenging. And I don't know how many in there are actually going to be particularly good ones yet. They're all just, it's them and the Iowa Cabba all in a pond together. And I think he's been focusing more. He said he was focusing more that way. I think it's shy because so many more have just becoming Iowa Cabba, and that's the problem. It's very hard sometimes to see that the areas of white that can creep in as they start to grow. So we leave them a bit longer and get a bit more on and see where we get. Obviously, the further, the bigger they get them and more stability, the better they'll be. The crazy growers, it's absolutely, oh, excuse me, wild, but no serious production. The best there ever was actually come from a really old boy packed up a long time ago called Tazawa. And I'm talking maybe 15 to 20 years ago, we had these from him, and they were phenomenal. The very, very best I've ever seen. But it was a bit of a risky one to visit and buy from, to be honest with you. So it didn't really come years after that. We always stopped in because it was fascinating. Absolute shit all over the place and stunk because he used to make his own fish food and have this pot bubbling with all kinds of shit in it, and it just stunk the place out. But some crazy fish in there. So yes, let's they're coming. What I'm actually going to do, I'm going to do a video. I want a pond to put them in with the Iowa Cabba for a grow out, just figuring that one out. And as soon as I've got it, I want to do a video on them, a bit of a deep dive across the board, because they're quite fascinating. I would say quite misunderstood as well in a lot of ways. So yeah, it'd be interesting, and then to be able to follow them through properly. I've got some footage from years gone by, but never really documented them in depth. So they are cool, and like I say, when they do get some size and get some phenomenal body to them as well, because ultimately the base of them, they're a Shisui. It's exactly what they are, and yeah, I like them. But let's wait and see. They're not the only thing waiting for a pond and to be processed and gone through as well. So yeah, it's plenty. The Taniguchi ones on my mind at the minute. They are remarkable. The new. So I've been chatting to him. He's still not named them in any way. Ultimately, what they are a lot of at the minute is variants of Aragoke. If you follow, that's a lot of big scale stuff in there with the Deutz. But the spawning, if you caught the video when I first got this, he's done a spawning and he's now actually spawned it again this year. So he's 2 years in, which is to take note at Taniguchi, because sometimes there's things he'll do for 1 year and doesn't return to. He's gone second year with the same set. Now it's a one-on-one direct pairing with his 96 centimeter All Japan Koi Show Best in Variety Ginrin Matsukawa Baki. Yes, 96 centimeters, absolute beast of a thing. And he paired that with a Kiki Kukuryu, which actually originated, it's a Dainichi fish. You think you'd be confused there. It actually originates from the Dainichi Botan spawning. I'm not going to give all that away now, because when I do the deep dive video, we're really going to get into the thing of parent set versus and bloodline, you know, and how much the bloodline starts explaining a lot of the variants you're going to see amongst these. But the direct crossing is this with this Kiki Kukuryu, and it's a big male fish as well. Originated from Hiroi Seiji. Is that where they find these things and whys? But they're just wild. Honestly, there's so many different cool variants in there. He's had them growing. They've been getting huge body, because the Matsukawa Baki is just a tank of a fish as well. So he's been doing well with the growth of them there for him, and I can't wait to get them going more as well over here. So we'll wait and see what happens. And yeah, can't wait to, like I say, deep dive them and get some of them growing. I have got the roadmap for the ponds on them, which is cool. And we'll see with the rest. Got a bit of jiggling around to do. Need to find actually some growing ponds for the Tamasaba as well. And we've got, I forgot to mention it as well, I've actually managed to get, we've got Tosai in from the Saito's Shishidama, the Tamasaba Oranda Cross, which is cool. Actually got full reds and the patterned ones. So I had so many people asking for them. I've only had my private collection for quite a while. So yes, lots and lots and lots to come. Right, where we're at auction-wise, it's cracking on. I see, is it Chris been successful with his first gosh geese and robbed me as well? Absolutely robbed me. 80 quid for that. Achiba, nice battle on that in the latter stages. And the Goromo, Kajaku, these lots all going strong. Ginrin Asagi's got a hell of a battle going on it as well. Achiba, Benny Kamonryu down there, all looking very, very reasonable. And it's slowed down on the last Goshki at the moment as well, which is telling you now there's a fish there. There is a fish there. Luke, telling me I need more ponds. Yes, don't. I'm wanting to spec up what's there to make them a bit more multi-purpose, but there's just no freaking time, mate. And to be honest, I can't decide. I still can't decide what I want to do. So I've been pretty much decided on changing some of the. So in the new building, I think a lot of you have seen where I've had the Awaza drum running now, and uh, the filter that I designed, which isn't it's the Mark One. It's not perfect, but I could see where it could head. And I am so torn because it really is a catch 22. The biological capacity of the one I designed absolutely wipes the Owaza one out. And I know Owaza do a bigger one, but the reason I'm comparing those two is because for me, cost wise, they pretty much sit in the same domain. Hence my comparison. And neither's cheap. So I've got that huge biological capacity, and the brushes they are insanely efficient. And the crazy thing is, I cleaned them out on Saturday, and it took me 5 minutes. Didn't even lift them out, just get them a quick waft, drained it off. The amount of shit they caught was remarkable. And I'm thinking there, I used the mountain tree brushes in there, but I fucked up with that because they are too fine. They're a second stage brush that need a level of either settlement or something else before them. So I've been took them out and put a coarser brush in. It's remarkable what that's trapping. So if I was to increase that and then put the mountain trees as the next stage, the efficiency of that mechanical filter would be amazing, and it would take no more than sort of 5 to 10 minutes just to clean one of those out, and it could be done very, very frequently. The other side to it is, of course, and I think what's happened here will make sense of this, is the Owaza drum has been amazing. I can't praise it enough. Obviously, it's not I can't remember what we're 9, 10 months into running it, possibly now. It's pump fed, which is the way for me with that, because there's fail safes in it if it fucks up. I think a mass problem with the drums is the water level management that they come, the setup. You just have to have that proper auto or trickling, whichever it is. Not massive fans of either, because there's not a lot of great management. You know, I've ended up end up trickling too much water and not really keeping track of it, and not keeping track of purifiers potentially burning out faster, the whole chain. But that aside, the drum itself has been good, and there's fail safes. But the bio capacity in there, in comparison to what I've got in my unit, is shite. So I just keep staring at the two of them. I think what's happened is I'm having so much trouble with the drums that are not Owaza, by the way, in my big greenhouse at the moment, that I think I'm actually going to be doing something fucking radical with one of them this week, which you will get to see. Because I've had enough. It's killing the growing season on the pond completely. Problem after problem. I'm just not prepared to spend any more money on fixing them. And yeah, I think the feelings from that have brought back that kind of disdain for the drums and what they can be when they become problematic, which is a fucking giant pain in the arse. So yeah, I just can't make my mind up, and I need to do something in that greenhouse, because this is all what's facing me. Say new ponds, they can't carry on. I'm not prepared to keep spending the money on them drum filters every year as we do, and the problems that keep coming with them as well, because they're just not, regardless of the quality of the drum, which I think is shite, they are not big enough, and this is a problem with the whole drum thing in general. I've seen it said that Owaza ones have actually been criticized for their flow rates, and I actually have, because I have a chat with Joe, is me rep there quite a bit, because they're clever guys. They know their stuff, they know the product, and yeah, they are some of the lowest quoted flows on the market. Do you know why? Because they've actually properly tested it. Right, that a thing, and they actually know the truth of it. So that's exactly why they're lower. And I must say, I absolutely know that the drums that I have are quoted based on what a 4-inch pipe can handle, and there's 2 4-inch inlets, 2 4-inch outlets, and this is generally how it's being done across the market. So that's the very reason that ORs are lower, because they're not just quoting it on the number of inlets and outlets and going, well, that'll do it. They know movements, water movements, peristatic pressure, I think, is something they introduced to me. Not completely relevant in this, but it's a movement of water and what changes. So you've got that element to it as well. And just yeah, general real life practical bits. I know it. I cannot. One of the ones where I'm having the problem, I put a bigger pump on, and generally the pond should be able to handle it easily with how it's all set up, and it isn't handling it easily. And I've now got that pump cranked down to nearly nothing to make the pond work, which is it's just madness. It's madness, and I'm sick of trying to play the game. So even in there, I'm looking, going, the 8 of my main growing ponds. And don't get me wrong, I've got one at the minute. It's actually the mountain tree pond that is running breezy. It just doesn't happen very often. They go in phases. It's either screens breaking, cleaning pumps breaking, sensors failing, you name it, motors seizing with M1s especially. And you times that by 8. That is just shit you don't want. Trust me. So this really is, it's a balanced view. Certainly now I've had the ORs one. It's a nice balanced view on it, and I have lived it, and I'm sick of it. So I think all that's come up a bit, and it's obviously, speaking of new ponds, there's so much more there. I'm sort of like, well, what do you do? And Tom's asked about the big pond I was planning, and that's sort of where my head's gone. Is that it's all right cracking on with that. I've got all these older ponds. Seeming a move I'm half thinking there is, in order to shut them down to do what I might need or want to do, I need those ponds somewhere else. So I'm at a bit of a loss with it, and in between all that right now, just completely different priorities in making sure we truly get this platform established, firing, built. There's obviously a massive part of this still to come. So much all the time. So, and obviously it's just this platform has been a huge
investment as well to get it where it is. Still required to get it to, say, the end goal. Obviously it's going to go on and on and on, but you'll when you get to see it, it'll go, oh, that was it. So yeah, decisions all the time, but the biggest one is just this: the momentum, getting the new crew really trained up, and me passing on a lot of those day-to-day responsibilities I'd shouldered up, and then taking a big, broader look at it all and what to do with them ponds. But a big thing is I've got to get those drums that I have out of that greenhouse for the long term in there, because shit is not the word. I think calling them shit's an insult to them being, is an insult to shit. Can you not retrofit the ORs a drum to your big biotanks? Yeah, that's the problem I've looked at, is that I could do so. I think if I pump fed it, could do it, but then the chamber's set for gravity. The chamber would need a load of alteration in order to work in a pump fed format. So there's no easy route on any of it, Tom, unfortunately. I'll keep giving it a coat of looking at how I get on with all the other jobs, and then see where we land on it. I'm at the point, because obviously even everything there was a retrofit on what was there previously, and I'm sort of at the point of staring at it going, you know what, a bulldozer actually might be the real solution, and start afresh, because it's a mighty big canvas. But seems a bit extreme. It's all incredibly old. We've had liners this year in the chambers failing on us in the pond. We've got one completely stripped at the minute, waiting for its new liners, and another one on the other side. It's got all the Tamasaba, but they can't stay, because that's got to get ripped to bits. You see this stuff constant, and obviously it all has to get funded at the same time as well. Obviously, absolutely chogs through cash constantly with big jobs like that coming on. So yeah, that's what you've got when you've got so much water, so many ponds, a lot of it aging as well. And hence you see why, for me, it's so important that I feel like I'm buying the right equipment up front, because I don't want the hassle, and we need a good return on the cash invested as well. So
Yeah, it's good fun, isn't it? It really is. But all this stuff you will is certainly being captured for that new series that we're filming. That's coming together. An absolute treat. I'm excited for it. Absolutely excited for it. Ha, Murray, you're killing me here. The merch. I tell you what, it did take a back seat because there's way too much on. But if this week is anything, this last week gone is anything to go by, I think we'll be getting there for a Christmas launch for sure. So let's wait and see. Right, where are we at here? Benny Kajaku getting all the attention at the minute, having a nice rally on that one, the super shiny one. And Tancho Kajaku, 77.50. That's Sakura Hogan, lovely one at 92.50 as well. Chiba, Benny Kamonryu, Ginga. Tell you what, Migoshki at the end. If let's just flick these up on screen and have a quick look. If you're just joining us on the live stream and wondering what, or if you're joining us on YouTube wondering what we're doing, I've actually got the auction running over on my platform. You can register in the QR code above, and the details are also in the description. The best place to enjoy it is the experience we've built that you can watch through a single device, iPad, iPhone. You've got the live chat, you've got the live stream, and the auctions all running on one device. So there you go. Let me get them up a minute and have a look. Yeah, we've got a bit of a battle going here, certainly on this Kajaku, and Tancho Kajaku a little bit as well. See, we've still got the Achiba, really nice, well balanced example. That Benny Kamonryu looking fine. Another one of the Gingas, and this Benny Kajaku, someone has now placed a bid on, could be a bargain. But then that Goshki, I still think massively undervalued, 102.50 on that for what that fish is going to become. Yeah, I think it's a steal where it's sat at. So all the auctions are running, if you're new to this, running anti-snipe tonight. So if you do bid in the last 3 minutes, it will add another 3 minutes on. And in 3 minutes' time, stand by, and hopefully it all works. I am ballsed it up. We've got 4 of our sprint auctions, so they will appear 1 each minute from 7:50, and you've got 5 minutes, no anti-snipe, no auto bidding. It's just a shoot to the death. £10 start bid, £1 increments. You go for it, and yeah, good luck. It's a nice little spread of 4 fish in there. Right, let me take that off because I'm browsing around and I'll be driving you a lot mad. There we go. So yeah, 2 minutes time, ladies and gents, on the sprint auctions. I was downloading a video as well to share with you, weren't I? Let's have a look. The right old battle going on that Benny Kajaku. We've got a couple of minutes here, look, haven't we? And I have got that. So let's. So this video I'm going to share with you is from my shipment the other night. My massive. I did have some koi in as well, by the way, but it was primarily all my Japanese goldfish. These are the ones I have been very fortunate enough to get hold of from Okada at NND, and this is because I caught them last summer when I was there doing my Miss Toyota spawning, and they are. Let's get them up there. Now you might look and think, oh, they look like Sarasa Comets. Yes, at a glance. What I would ask you to look at is the body form. They almost, at a glimpse, look like koi. Because they're strong, they're powerful. They've got the patterns as well. They really have got a crazy pattern level. I've seen like a 3-step marathon in there earlier. Now, we don't know. These are first gen. They're F1. And this is a crossbreed between, sorry, just to let you know, they are sprint auctions are starting in a minute. They are a crossbreed between a jumbo whacking, as they call them, which is the more common Japanese goldfish, and his big sumo line Tamasaba. And even he openly said, look, I don't know what they're going to do. But I, along with the main dealer in Thailand, they do a lot with, managed to get some from him. And I'm very excited to see what they do. I think because obviously my fascination with the big goldfish and they knowing the jumbo kind of genetics they've got, and they could have these crazy powerful bodies with them patterns, just something cool. Again, if you're into that kind of shit, you're into it, and they're going to be absolutely great fun. Now let's see if, and yes, we are away on the sprint auctions, ladies and gents. First one is out. There'll be one each minute for 3 more after this. It's a lovely little coda Ginrin Kowaku. So don't forget, they are just a fight to the death on that one. You've got 5 minutes, no reserves, no auto bid, and no anti-snipe. And then we've got a few really strong battle going on that Benikujaku. How as it stands, the Sakura Ogun also got a decent battle on it. Chiba, is that last 3 minutes, or has someone been having an anti-snipe on it? A lovely fish, fantastic color as well. No activity in the past 8 minutes on that one. So you're into the last 3 now. The next one is now up. It's one of the Kano Chagois. Not many of you had a chance at those. Oh, you might want to. Actually, they should have pushed. The sprint auctions are just on the auction page. They just pop up. They're popping up on mine without refreshing. So we've built the whole technology around it. So yes, they should just appear. They'll appear within the other auctions on the page. They'll slot in depending on it's all to do with the times. Look where it decides where to stick them. So have a browse. So far we've got Koda, Ginrin Kowaku, and a Kano Chag. Next one's up. You got a slightly thin Ginrin Tancho. Now I popped it on because it really needs. I thought someone would end up grabbing a bargain. It needs someone to give it a less competitive environment and get it fattened back up. But it's a nice little fish. Sport ticket. Yes, Tom. We need to put it on websites because we don't, as a business, we're not technically open at the weekends. So I'm always around doing stuff, but I don't have any of the team on site at the weekend. So everything gets picked up on a Monday, mate, generally. And the last one is up as well, another Kano Chag. So there you go. Sprint auctions are on. The Ginrin Kowaku is coming into last minute and a half. Looks like the Sakura Ogun's going to get wrapped up now as well. Benny Kajaku is still going at it on that one. It has 102.50. Nice fair money on that one. So Koda Ginrin Kowaku, it's at £28, and you have got your last minute on that one, and we'll see. And no doubt it's all going to get piled in at the end on that, as it does. Kano Chag at 40, and another one at 25. We'll see. There's no way they're going to end there. They're steel at the moment. Talking dirty. Brilliant. Let me I should load these up on screen, shouldn't I? So obviously it is
I'm talking. That's the goldfish. That comment, Joe. Brilliant. There you go. Look, just coming to an end now. That one. I didn't actually put that on my screen. £32. There you go. Look, that's your sprint auctions for you. And we're now last minute on the Kano Chag. This is the Benny Kajaku. That there's a fierce old fight going on for that one. Benny Kamori, I don't think that's moved. And last minute and a half, there's some great value there. I didn't expect that one to go mad. Just someone to love it. I don't often put fish out, but I'm looking at it thinking someone's going to do a lot better than that with me giving it some TLC. It's still this one. About 10 minutes. I'm not going to be on air when that finishes because I'm going to drop off shortly for kickoff. But we need to be seeing some movement on that. I'm not going to sleep. 102.50 on that. £63 on that Chagoi. Very nice value. And it looks like the Kajaku might be coming to an end now. Going to be crazy by that. £86. Colin was absolutely in love with that. It was. When he was photographing it up. I think it's £2.50 increments on them, if I remember right. For another £2.50, you could get your name on that. Oh, someone has luck as well. Someone has. Sprint auction fish. 32 on the Ginrin Tancho. Bosh, that's that one done. And we're on to the Chag last minute on that one. Last 3 minutes before I vanish. Want to get you send that Kano Chag. Bids are coming in, look. Last 20 seconds. Mind you, bear in mind as well, pay attention to what's on your screen because there will be a delay between me saying that and what's going on. And I'm very pleased to see some movement on that Goshki. Although there still needs to be a bit more. There we go. That's sprint auctions done for that bit of fun. And on that note, I'm going to start winding down, ladies and gents, and leave you to it if you're following the auctions or involved in any of those ones. Oh, excuse me. Thank you very much to all who have joined me. And please, please, please do. Obviously, I will prompt you, but please pay attention to the platform this week. There's going to be so much more happening. Tuesday around midday and Thursday early evening, we're going to be pond-side in it. No doubt with drops and the fixed price stuff. And yeah, just a continuous stream of other bits trickling out. I've got an amazing batch of DK Shiros photographed up. Nisai ones as well that are going to be working their way through. So stay tuned. And yeah, next I wanted to mix it up a bit this week, but we'll be back with a spread with some pretty interesting, heavier bits ready for next week's Sunday Night Live. So there we go. If you're watching the football, enjoy the game, and if not, I'll see you again very soon. Don't forget, there is a new video on the channel. If you're not watching the football, that'll be a much better watch for you. Cheers, everyone. Catch you soon.